ducks. It's called the William Street Swap Shop. It's called the William Street Swap Shop.
Hello, welcome to our show. We're streaming live. It's 1 p.m. It's time for the Swap Shop.
We're on the East in Eastern Standard Time, the king of time zones, but we invite you in the rest of the world and the other time zones, the ones that are secondary, to watch us as well. We thank you for being here.
Thank you. My name is Zach.
My name is Matt.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. How's it going, Zach?
It's going exceptionally well today.
I can tell you're glowing.
Oh, thank you. I look great, don't I? The cameras, some say they add 10 pounds. I'd say 10
Subtracts
pounds
10
of muscle
pounds.
for me. Yeah,
For you only, it subtracts 10 pounds.
that's right. Look at me. My mom calls me about once a week. She doesn't live in Atlanta. She lives in Missouri. About a 9-hour drive. And she says how she still hasn't watched the show yet. And I say, Mom, we've been on the air since November. I believe November, right, Matt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. November 4th. They
November.
changed my life.
We've been on the air since November, and she's like, oh, I'll watch it soon. And the following week, I have the same phone call. But she says she sees the clips on Facebook that we post to our page and thinks it's funny. Thanks, Mom.
So are you saying we should clip out that part and put it on Facebook so she'll see it, or
I think
since she's not watching?
Right. I don't think she watches any of this part, so we could just clip out the thanks, Mom. And just maybe not put out the part that she said she doesn't watch the show, the stream.
Okay. The people who watch only on Facebook, they're alright, but the ones we love the most are here watching right now. Streaming live, where honestly anything can happen. Earlier today at the building shook. There was some sort of blast, the building shook, and I
Right.
thought, that's it, the swap shop's falling in, it's over. But I think it was just some sort of construction project down the street.
Well,
Still a mystery, hasn't been answered. Why does the building keep shaking?
we live in a time where buildings are being erected. The economy, I think, is doing better, and people are spending more money on living in the city. So you got to have more apartments in the city, and everywhere you go, there's a new one popping up. And I think they're just, they don't worry about the little people like us in the swap shop when they're detonating these big blasts to build these apartments. But it's okay because our building is strong and the swap shop is strong. We will always look at your items. We will always be here no matter what happens to the actual shop. Just much like the
Zach,
adventurers, the people who, when their secret hideout gets destroyed in one of the Marvel movies, they go, even though their base is destroyed, they still work as a team. And even though if the swap shop ever does fall apart, Matt and I will always be here.
and in the Marvel movies, they have to kind of overcome their differences to fight together as a team, but Zach and I have no differences, so we're a step ahead of Marvel comic superheroes.
That's right.
In the case of a crisis.
You'll never see a Zack and Matt Civil War movie or swap shop episode. I promise. Even if the development executives come to us and say, we have a really great idea, we want to pit you and Matt against each other, I'm going to say no. He's my brother.
It's not good for the brand.
Nope.
It's inconsistent with the brand we've built.
If we can't be friends, we can't be swapping. So no, thank you for the $20 million. I make enough money as it is. Take it elsewhere.
The Swap Shop Foundation, a lot of you are worried about the shaking building situation. It is old limestone. Our grandfathers built this swap shop to last, and it's not going to fall. Not going to fall down on us today. If you're watching, hoping that might happen, spoiler alert, the walls will stay around us.
Right.
We'll be safe and sound. You realtors who keep building high rises around the swap shop wanting us to sell out, it's not going to happen. We're going to stay here. We're staying put. This real estate's become very valuable, but we're built on limestone, and we see limestone as a symbol for what we are.
Success. Matt, can we practice our what we would do in the event of an earthquake or a building collapse?
Okay.
I think it's just a big, we huddle.
Together?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
On 3?
Simulate the earthquake. 3, 2.
Wait, hold on one sec. It's going to be a dubstep earthquake.
Okay.
All right.
Here comes the earthquake. This is a practice simulation.
Okay. 1, 2. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Scared me for a second. I thought it was real, but
Okay.
I just know we will be safe if we ever experience an earthquake. We protect ourselves. We have some mail.
It's all downhill from there. That was kind of going to be the highlight of the show, I think. The part we clip out for your mom, followed by
The earthquake.
you saying, "I love you, Mom."
Yes. Look, we have some mail that came in. We haven't been receiving a lot of mail lately, but this is it's a custom letter. It says the William Street Swap Shop. They paid postage, about 80 cents now, I think it is, for a stamp. William Street Swap Shop.
So there was some commitment put into this.
Right. I don't know how much one stamp would translate to bitcoins, but if you know, let us know.
So
I have a lot of letters I'd like to send.
0.0004 Bitcoin
Okay.
is the stamp as
Th-
of this morning.
Down here at the bottom, it's just someone saying, "Open me gently, please." We will. We will. Matt, would you like to open?
It's a big deal.
Wow. And that's not just a traditional handshake, that's a couple's shake. There's a lot of different shakes you can do, and that's the most romantic and intimate gesture. It's when you know you love someone because you have heart right in the middle, literally in between your hands.
When you found the one, your hands just naturally fall into place like this. Whether you're at the grocery store, traffic court, or just buying wood at the lumber yard. There's no time that isn't a good time to hold your loved one's hand and say, "I found you. I'll never be alone again. This solves everything." And in the spirit of that,
Through
read
you,
this.
I will now grow. When
Right.
you're with a member of a couple, and your significant other, they will help you grow.
Say it to the camera how you feel about them.
Through you, I will now grow. We'll hold hands together. We'll be happily ever after. I used to be worried about myself. I was going to be single forever, not have anything to look forward to in the morning. But now I have you, sweetheart, and we're going to have a great life ahead of us. I can't wait to walk places with you.
In my hometown, there was a lot of hostility toward me and the way I choose to live. And then I found you. And it solved everything. And I thank you for making me the man I wanted to be from the beginning, before the court stepped in. So let's do this. I bought you this ski boat. Together, we will sail the perimeters of many lakes and I'll let you hold the wheel of love in my heart. Thank you.
That was great, Matt.
Thanks.
Very, very emotional.
Where did that's where I'm talking about came from just now.
Yeah. We also, before we read,
That's what I'm talking about.
we have a custom card, but we also have the regular invite. This is the invite. We don't want to look at the back of it because it has the address, so we don't want to invite everybody. I don't think Visk would appreciate that. But this is the wedding invite that he sent me.
Yeah, we'll read his note. I always keep my word to Matt, Zach, and the William Street Swap Shop team. I always keep my word, and as promised, here is your invite to our wedding. If you need to stay and run the shop, we completely understand, but the invite will always be open. In the few short months I've been watching, I've had more fun making swaps through your show than I have in all of the internet. Thank you for making my afternoons fun, entertaining, and better as a whole. Your leading swapper, Visk and Aquino.
Wow. And this is the front of the invite. Just wanted to show, I believe Visk said his future wife designed this, Aquino. Save the date. It's happening. I believe this moth is Aquino. She's like, you're mine now, and Visk, and that's Visk. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm ready to marry you. I'm tired of destroying buildings and being alone. Together we will blossom and create a wonderful life together. And I think it's just so sweet. I can't wait. Visk, I'm going to try my best to make it to your wedding in Connecticut this summer. Visk is getting married June 19th.
Save the date. We're going to put his wedding registry information on the website so everyone can buy him things, whether or not they've been invited to the wedding.
That's right.
I know that he loves anime and pop culture and also male deodorant and aftershave in the shape of telephones. Those are the things we know about him so far.
Right. He's the #1 swapper, so his wish list on this registry is going to be great. He already has everything he needs. What more could he ask for on this wedding registry? Find out when we post it. Matt, how do you feel about commitment?
I have feared it in the past. I'm not a perfect person. I try to grow as a sharer of my life essence. And it's something that I try to continuously evolve at. But when you find the one, you give it your all, and you know that that investment is going to pay off financially.
That's right. I feel the same way. And in fact, in honor of Visk's wedding, and for those who are not getting married or might be in relationships, or maybe just they love something in their life, a family member, a friend, this is a video we put together about commitment.
Discussing commitment.
I really enjoy spending a lot of time with you, Tom. I just don't know how to tell you, but I guess I could just say it here. I'm committed to you.
Commitment doesn't end just because you got older. In fact, you have to be twice as committed because your face is less interesting.
Commitment comes in lots of shapes, sizes, and an assortment, a variety of love, but just know that you'll always be chasing love.
Sure, nobody's perfect, but every once in a while you find the one that satisfies something in you for, a few weeks.
Our analysts at the swap shop are looking at the commitment charts. It looks like a lot of you are in committed relationships, not just physically and intimately, but friendships. Matt, I am committed to you. That's just one example of a commitment.
Swans made for life, and I think they're a great example of what's possible with the new social media technology and how it shapes our relationships. Get one and have intimacy with it.
And if you ever have a committed relationship that has ended and you can no longer commit, it's best just to bury it and never think about it again. Just put it away. If someone asks how that person is, just say, they're great, I assume. I'm no longer friends with them. And look,
Even friends can be committed. It happens every day, and we're living proof. We're living the dream of committed friendship.
we are committed to each other and committed to bringing you a wonderful show.
Oh, that was a good way to end it. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to renew my vows to you as
Okay.
a Swap Shop co-host.
Great. Me too.
Okay. Zach,
Yes, Matt.
we have worked together for a couple months now. Before we were on the internet, we were partners for several decades. Our fathers built this shop together. And I promise to cherish your talents, to try to grow them, and to make this into a operation that gets 5 stars on Yelp, or an average of 4.9 at least, and at least 500 followers on Facebook. And that I pledge to you as your life partner in the professional world.
Thank you, Matt. I just want to say, renew my vows that as your co-host, I strive to do my best and to be excellent with a capital E. The minute I saw that we were working together and that we had a chance to do this, I knew this would be a turning point in my life. This will be something that if a biography is ever written about me, this will be the high mark, the title point. It's all downhill after this show. But I hope this show lasts for a good, solid 15 years. So then after that, I can tell people how great you were when I knew you in your prime. And when I was in my prime. And we were watching Prime together. So thank you, Matt. I hope that we have a great show today and for the rest of our existence.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We run a shop where we swap items. We help you find people like yourselves who have too many things cluttering their living space. And we invite you to send us pictures of the things you'd like to swap to our electronic mail address, williams.swap@gmail.com.
And
There's no catch. You can send the email for free. We don't charge per email.
And also you can call. We pay all long distance fees. Our phone number is 413-961-4263. Find a phone booth, and give us a call. Connect. That's what Matt and I like to do more than commit. We like to connect. Let's get connected.
We've got a commitment to our viewers. It's the only one more important than to each other.
That's right.
And we invite you to call. If you don't want to talk to us, if you want us to relay a message to a estranged relative that you're having a hard time talking to directly, we can do that.
That's right.
Zach is working on his fitness plan. He can talk to you about that. He ran to work today.
I did.
Look at the sculpting of his face. You can already see the pounds melting away.
I decided I woke up this morning and I said, I want to do something different. What did I do? I put on my running shoes, grabbed my backpack, put my lunch in it, put an outfit to change in because I don't like to wear sweaty shirts. I don't mind wearing shorts, and I can wear shorts to work, running shorts. But I ran to work with my clothes in it, and I'm wearing the same running shoes as I was this morning. And I got changed in the bathroom, and I wasn't even sweating that much. I ran into Cho outside, and he said, "You ran here?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "You're not even sweating that much." and this is true, I'm not much of a sweater. Nothing is better than not sweating.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Don't sweat the small stuff is what I say. And when I go running, I don't think about anything else except the path I'm on and the trees I'm running through. And I'm going to run home tonight. I think it's going to be my new goal. Run to work every day as long as it's not too hot or raining. Gotta stay fit. Matt, what do you do to stay fit?
I ride my bike to work. I probably passed you today on foot and probably dusted you pretty good.
Did you hear my sack just swaying when I was running dangling?
I saw a back sack swinging.
It was
and I
hard to
said,
keep it tied to my with all the weight in it.
What's the difference between a back sack and a backpack?
Well, backpack I think is traditionally what you'd wear to school, your first day of school. A back sack is more kind of like a satchel on your back. It has some strings on it. That's what I call them. Actually, when I bought mine, I went to a popular store that people go to get items like this at. It was during back to school season. They were running an ad, a coupon. And I said, hey, do you know where you have your back sacks are? And they said backpacks, and I said back sacks. Back sacks with an S, not pack, with a P. And they laughed afterwards. Like they got on a radio and they're like, do you know where the back sacks are? And they're like, yeah, I know. I've never heard anybody call it that.
You guys want to give us a call or something? It's getting kind of awkward in here since we started talking about back sacks. 413-961-4263. Zach is younger than me. He's still trying to figure out who he is really as a grown-up. I've figured it out a long time ago, perfectly. No more questions.
What age would you say, Matt, that you figure out what it's like to be a grown-up?
It's like 32.
Okay.
And then every question kind of gets answered that year, and then you're just like, great, I'm set.
I have a little bit more time, so should I party a lot and hang out with friends before I hit 32, or start focusing on decisions to make?
I would say enjoy this time, and then when you turn 32, start moving some of your money around. Get it in like a nice mutual fund.
And get into a 4K.
Get a 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Get a 10K, and then open up a 7.4K.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for the advice. Oh, it sounds like we have a caller.
Goodbye.
Oh,
They just wanted to call in and say goodbye. That's sweet. I like it when people call in just to say, hey, you're doing a great job. Goodbye. That was you missed the first part of the call. They're saying you're doing great. We get a lot of calls from executives. We have a team of about 20 senior and executive senior vice presidents that watch the show consistently.
There's 14 executive producers on the show in various roles at the corporation. We love and honor each of them. We thank them for their contributions. And we just pray that they approve of what we do. If you guys want to start a letter writing campaign to the Turner upper management, the Time Warner executives, that would be great. That'd be good with us. I'm sure they'd love to receive letters in the mail saying how good the swap shop is.
That's right. Just address it to senior executive at Turner. They will get to it. They get a lot of mail, but if they see that, they'll say this is about the swap shop. They'll open it up, they'll read it, and they'll find out that we are trending, not just on social media, but in real mail.
And on Yelp, we've got about 5 new Yelp reviews since last episode.
Yes,
if you guys
thank
want to check us out there, give us a 5-star rating if you've had a good experience. If there's ways we can improve, give us a 4-star rating. please nothing lower than 4. That'll mess up our average.
Yes.
And go ahead and forward the link of the Yelp page on your social media platforms.
We're big fans of Yelp and everything that they're doing. I'd love to make it out to the Yelp offices. If you're a Yelp executive, let me know. I just would be dying to come out and visit.
Just to follow up on that, Zach's got a startup. He's got kind of an eye for startup business possibilities, and together we're investing in, some small to medium venture capital, Silicon Valley startup angel
Exactly.
investment firms. So keep an eye out for what's going on with that. Just go ahead and go to our Yelp page. It's http://www.yelp.com/biz/williams-street-swap-shop-atlanta. And go ahead and give us 5 stars and write a nice little review about Zach and maybe how you like his face.
I just want to give an update on my film series I'm pitching to Amazon. It's called Lift Me Up. It's a 10-episode series. It looks like the green light is going to happen. I'll be working a lot on that this summer. Just a heads up. Matt, mainly you, in case you're looking for me for pre-production meetings for the show. I might be...
You're going to be wearing a lot of hats in
Right.
the next few weeks.
Yep. But it's better to be busy than to be standing still. If you have time to clean, you have time, or if you have time to lean, you always have time to clean.
Rather be up to my ears in it than S-ing with my F standing in the breeze.
Right. No way. I don't have time to be making tomfooleries of everything.
But here now, we're in the William Street Swap Shop. If you guys have an item you want to swap, mail it to williams.swap@gmail.com, just like several people did last night. The drought is lessening. We've got some new items to show you, but it's not over. So we still need more JPEGs. We need more items that you guys are going to swap with us and let us know that we're not alone out here.
We are thirsty swappers. I heard that expression used once. They said, that person is thirsty.
Thirsty
I thought,
to
let
make
me
a
just
deal.
get them a glass of water or get them a JPEG because Matt and I are thirsty for these deals. These are from Visk, our star swapper who's getting married this summer. He's a Robin Hood Prince of Thieves movie cards game. They come with 8 glossy, not matte, glossy. I've always been a fan of glossy.
Yeah.
Anytime I get film developed, I always say glossy. Do not give me that matte stuff.
Yeah. The glossier the better, I tell them. Go ahead and give me... I just dropped off some film to get developed at the drugstore today, in fact. And I said, go ahead and develop these 4x5, and I want them glossy.
Yeah. Actually, the person who works there is a friend of mine, and they said, yeah, Matt, your co-host came in, and he said, my name is Matt, and I do not like matte photo printing. That's M-A-T-T-E.
We get confused for each other all the time. I really resent it. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is a timeless movie from the 90s, starring Kevin Costner. He plays the titular character Robin Hood, who robs from the rich and gives to the poor, and maybe there's a little romance involved. It's perfect for our soon-to-be betrothed swapper, Visk. Get your hands inside that thing of cards, rip it open, check out some pics of Kevin Costner. There's going to be his co-star, Julia Ormond. She's in there. Ving Rhames is in that movie. He was excellent as Friar Tuck. Everybody loved it. I did push-ups drinking one of Zach's energy drinks, thinking about it when we saw this come in. Get that thing. Pissed.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that looks just like Kevin Costner in the outline. I just have to say Topps, the company. I don't know if you can see it on the top left of the card there, but Topps is the company. They do a great job. They're on top of the game.
Everybody's gonna send us things. What about Donruss? What about Fleer? Those are BS trading card companies. You get your tops, you put it inside your pillowcase, and you scream into it. That's all there is to it.
Topps is a good company. They've been around for a long time. If you're a fan of cards or assorted items, you are familiar.
I think what Zach's trying to say is
Allergies allergies have been bad for me. As I was saying,
I
Topps is a
appreciate
great
you
company.
being here with your allergies being kind of so bad this
Thank
week.
you, Matt. But Topps, it's great. They do sports cards, so you know this is a good company.
In all honesty, you want your Topps cards. You want Kevin Costner stuff. If you think about the roles Kevin Costner has played, he did Raging Bull, he did Indiana Jones, Waterworld.
It also
Pretty
comes
much
with
every-
one sticker. Don't forget. What is that sticker of? Is it of Kevin Costner, or is it maybe just an advertisement at the time when this card was made? An advertisement for Kevin Costner's next film.
Bryan Adams did the soundtrack to this album, and it was the Everything I Do It For You song. That song has lived on in the American canon of romance melodies. People have gotten married to it. They've hugged each other on the dance floor to it. Thousands, if not millions, have done that. When I was a kid, that song and movie were real big, and I used to turn on MTV, and there was a video. Bryan Adams was in the woods. I think his guitar was in the shape of like a bow and arrow, and he, leaned against a tree, and I just thought, captured my imagination. I said, that's what I want to be when I grow up, and look at me, I made it.
Wow. But don't forget, this is trademarked. There's a TM next to the Prince of Thieves, so if you get these cards, do not try and copy them or make them, because the trademarks, they will. Our legal team tells us do not mess with trademarked items.
It's kind of counterintuitive because they're glamorizing thievery through the card,
Right.
and yet
But
the
don't
Prince of
be a
Thieves. Yeah. It's the word thief is actually thieves is the trademarked word, which is such a paradox.
Right. But
Should we just talk? We should spend the rest of the week just talking about these Robin Hood Prince of Thieves cards.
well, I would love to see. I don't know. It looks like they're unopened, and that might make it worth a lot more than just our attention. It might be worth some serious paper, some scratch. And it looks like if Visk would open them, maybe we could see what's inside. But I understand if you do not open them, because once you open them, you ruin the value. But I'd love to see a smiling face when I open up that Topps pack.
I'm so sorry, I got a sneeze coming again. Just,
It's okay.
I don't want to interrupt, but
No worries.
here it comes. And again.
You okay, Matt?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Good. So it looks like Robin Hood is pointing to our next item with his bow. And it's
Imagine that, yeah, he's releasing it. Whoosh, there it goes, flies into the
that
new
container.
thing.
It's got a big ruler in it.
Now this is these are a set of Post-it notes, and I wanted to read the note that came with it because I found this. I thought it sort of. At first I was like, Post-it notes, yeah, is that exciting? Then I read this note from our friend Krista, who is putting these up for swap. She said, "Hey guys, I can swap this. It's the old girl's Post-its. She is long gone. LOL."
What does that mean?
So, is she talking about the woman she used to be? or someone else.
Maybe someone who worked at her
Who-
company who was let go, and Krista took a souvenir of hers to remember her by.
There's like a sliding scale of not very tragic to extremely tragic that is indelibly hewn into these post-it notes history.
Just imagine opening up that box. Some people write in their journal. I write on Post-its. And I would take the Post-it and fill that box up with them. All the stories of my life, what I did that day, how I feel, what I hope to become when I grow up. Put them on a Post-it note in that box. They're not erasers. They look like colored erasers, but they're not. They're just multicolored Post-it notes. It's a pretty set, too. You show up to a business meeting, people will know you're serious.
Mint condition. And you know what's great about this is we have a built-in scale, like to very accurate scale. There's a 5-inch ruler included. So we can see clearly the set is about, you know,
Right.
6 inches long.
Half a foot, almost.
What's your favorite thing that's half a foot?
I really like sandwiches. A lot of people say they want a foot long. I said, give me a 6-inch. I can't eat. Maybe I'd save the other half of the foot long for dinner, but for now, a 6-inch sub would be great for lunch. Put all the toppings on it.
You want mayo and mustard?
Yes. No mayo, but yes on mustard. Honey mustard.
A lot or a little bit?
A lot of honey mustard, no mayo. Please.
Okay.
We'll put that order through at our local deli store. And I believe they're called Publix. We'll
Wrap
get
it
that
up.
sent in.
Throw it in your sack pack.
Carry that. I'm worried running with it though because it will bounce and all the toppings and the lettuce will fall apart.
I'm so sorry, we're out of honey mustard. Is Dijon okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
This
Could
is
you put some
embarrassing.
oregano on there too,
Uh,
please?
this is really embarrassing, but we're also out of Dijon. Is yellow mustard okay?
I'm allergic to yellow mustard, but do you have any Heinz variety mustards in the store that you could just use and then put it back on the shelf?
We've got a vinegar. We've got just some loose vinegar puddle. Can I swipe that onto the sandwich with my hand?
You seem like a clean person, I suppose so. What about oil? Do you have some oil? I like salt and pepper too.
We're all out of oil, but we have a handful of loose change. Would you like that?
Oh, that'd be great. I was going to give you some for a tip, but if you give me that, I could exchange it out, give you a whole $1 or $2.
I'm gonna save you from this place. You don't belong here. You don't belong in this place. I'm gonna save you. And here's
What
your
do you mean,
sandwich.
sir? Okay, thank you. Well, have a great day. It's a pleasure doing business with you. I've always enjoyed coming to this store, and it's not just for the quality of your sandwiches, but the customer service. You're a real shining star. I'm going to tell your manager about you and say how great you are, and you deserve a big raise.
I appreciate that. You can follow me on Twitter at sandwichguy69 420.
Okay. I'd love to send some tweets to you of what I'm looking like when I'm eating your sandwiches, the delight and joy it brings to my face, and I can't wait to see what you will retweet because I like you a lot and I want to know what makes you tick so I can be more like you.
Perfect. Just drive around back and we'll have the sandwich on a forklift for you.
Great. Thank you very much. Here's some Post-it notes that I got from the Swap Shop. It's a show. In case you haven't heard, it's on adultswim.com on the streaming page.
The woman they belong to is no
She's gone
longer long gone.
Laugh out loud.
And then, I mean, is it time to get to swap heat? We're running out
Yes.
of time. I think we should do that
Swap
today.
heat. We'll look at more of the items. Thank you for
yeah,
sending them
we've
in.
run out of time
for the
on those
items. The drought has been lifted for now. Thank you.
for now. We encourage everyone else, get in on this. If you want to see us help you swap your stuff, send us the pics, williams.swap@gmail.com. We are not affiliated with Google. The opinions of the show are our own and do not represent Gmail nor its subsidiary companies.
Let's take a look at Swap Heat.
Here we go.
Have a seat.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
We're doing great. I'm gonna
We
take
got a
Neil
special live,
tradition.
special live version of Swap Heat today. I'm gonna hold your item. You're chewing gum. You're wearing sunglasses. Is it? Do the lights bother you?
A bit. Kind of bright.
You want to tell us your name and your date of birth?
My name is Lauren Payne. I was born on the evening of December 28th, 1992.
And
Oh.
what's your social security number?
It's 213-874.
No, no.
That's not my that's not my social security.
I was born on a night in December, a morning in December. So we were both Sagittarius.
I'm actually a Capricorn.
Oh,
I'm a Capricorn too. That explains the chemistry we clearly have.
that's great.
It's undeniable.
What are we swapping?
I've got a quality Yamaha trombone here. Student edition.
Nice.
Not sure what year it was made.
Can you assemble it on camera? Do you still have that in you?
Probably. Let's see what I can do.
These are a lot bigger than I thought they would be.
Whoop.
The smaller version, the cousin of this, is the trumpet. What kind of music is usually played on this?
On a trombone?
Yes.
I guess jazz, swing music, ragtime,
I love to swing.
big band music, parade music.
I think this is used a lot in New Orleans.
I got
Can
a
I
little
get the
special
case
secret.
back, please? We're missing the mouthpiece.
Oh, right.
Here's the case it comes with. You're looking to swap this entire case and instrument, Lauren?
Comes with two mouthpieces. One is old and gross. One is a bit newer and fashioned for less experienced players like myself.
Which part does your mouth go on?
The
Okay.
bigger part.
And then this plugs into the trombone.
Yep. Plug it in.
And who are some of your favorite trombonists?
I couldn't name one. I couldn't tell
There's
you.
JJ. There's Trombone Shorty.
Trombone
Everybody knows
Shorty.
him. There's
I think
JJ something.
Yep.
JJ Johnson. There we go.
Johnson.
You got who was on Kinda Blue?
Call from
Prince. Prince is the first part, not the musician Prince, but Prince something.
Yeah.
Got a caller.
Hello. You're on the Swap Shop.
Hello, is this?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, you're on live. This is Zach and Matt, joined by our special guest Lauren.
Oh, hi. Sorry
Hi.
I interrupted. This is
No.
Krista. I was just calling the Post-it.
Oh yeah. So can you shed some light on the mystery, or should we keep it a mystery?
Well, I was typing it really fast because I didn't want my boss to see me. And then after I sent it, I thought that does sound really funny. Like, this is the old woman's Post-it. But it was,
Oh, it was your boss?
The-
or yeah.
yeah. So it was the lady I replaced. I found a bunch of Post-its in her desk.
Do you mind if we do a trombone solo while this call happens?
That's completely fine.
Okay, here goes. Take your gum out, please. First thing they teach you in trombone school, remove the gum.
And ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
Alright. Now, Krista, you keep talking, and it'll be like a slam poetry thing. Tell us about the old lady in kind of like a slam poetry rhythm.
The blonde curly hair. He used one one of those old school calculators with the paper roll that types the numbers, and she didn't like Adobe or the snipping tool, and she used old school payment receipts.
Now, can you talk about life? Just real quick, Life on the Streets of San Antonio is the name of this poem, and you tell us about it, because I know you live in San
Life?
Antonio.
Okay,
Slam
like
poetry
on the
over there.
street. Oh, I can't slam poetry.
San Antonio, breakfast tacos, people wearing
Breakfast
chacos,
tacos.
going on the beach, on the riverfront.
Heavy
Alamo.
set people on the beach. Heavy set people floating the river, drinking natty light.
Lots of hot sun beating down on my face. Beating. The sound of the beats by Dre. We keep going with Dre. Beats by Dre.
No.
Playing all my music, lying on the sun, listening to the sounds.
I did not know this was going on.
This is an item up for swap. Hot swap. Hot heat, swap heat. Come get the trombone. What will you trade? We're working hard. Hardly working, or working hard in the offices of San Antonio. Slamming the phone down after a phone call. Slamming poetry and the trombone into your skull of the viewers.
Okay.
That was called
Alright.
Slam Antonio by Krista.
Nice
Slam
work.
Antonio. Nolan would actually love that because they do this thing called like slam jack, slam stuff. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But they order like a drink, but they take it as a shot, and it's called like Slam Antonio or something.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, you guys can go ahead and probably upload this video to the San Antonio Film Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Submitted. It's called Slam Antonio by Krista and Nolan, with trombone performance by Lauren. Shortly before she swapped that trombone for something else.
Okay. We will. I wanted to say one thing, but I don't know. It might expose you a bit, Matt.
Okay. I love being
But-
exposed.
Okay, Nolan and I found something that we really enjoy, and our friends kind of like it, and it's your guided meditation.
Oh, yeah. Google it.
The
Everybody.
Centipede of Rage is the best one.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a good plug for my personal brand.
It helps you relax, and that's what we hope the
Yeah.
Swap Shop does for our viewers.
Centipede of Rage and Duffel Bag of Freedom. I think those are the two go-tos we listen to in the car.
I love it. And thanks for spreading the word. Send it to your friends and family on the internet. Guys, this has been a great show,
This
and
has
I
been
think
wonderful.
it went out with a really amazing piece of art. And we invite... Thanks for the
thank you,
call,
Krista.
Krista. I don't know if you can hear us still. Lauren, thank you for sharing your talents with us.
Thank
and
you,
this
Lauren.
trombone, you don't want it anymore? It's available
No.
for swap. Okay.
I don't really have the lung capacity to play it. My arms are a little too short for it. So
As you can see, it works.
It does.
And
It
if you'd
makes
like to
noise.
make a swap, send an email to williams.swap@gmail.com. Put trombone alert, hashtag trombone alert in your
Trombone alert.
subject line, and we will find your email, and we will make sure we try and get that swap and talk about it on Thursday's show.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Matt will not be with us. You're in a big executive meeting.
Right, making some decisions about the future of a lot of people and the network. But I appreciate you guys giving me that day off to do that.
You're welcome.
And should we shake hands with the trombone
Yes.
thing? You do it back and forth, and we just put our hands next to it, and it's going to be a trombone shake. Till tomorrow,
Stick around for crosswords.
stick around for crosswords, and
It's a deal.
it's a deal.
it's a deal.